1, 2, 3, 4. Hit the bathroom floor. All right, all right, all right. What's going on, everyone? How are you? We are here on a new episode of the Juan Solo Show with your host, me, Juan D. Klauser. This is episode 230. Was it 230? Okay, I just want to make sure. I'm like, oh, I can't hear my. Okay, there I am. I can hear myself. It's like these earphones. It's so weird. Like if I push them way up to my ear, I can hear myself. But if I just have like this, it's like maybe it's like I. It's not that I can't hear myself. I guess it's just like an additional. You know when you have earphones on, you start talking to somebody, and like there's that muffling. Well, like there's that muffle, but I can also hear a clear. That doesn't make any sense. You're so dumb. But anyway, this is episode 238 of my podcast. What's up? How are you? I hope you. How are you? Salutations. Kumbaya, motherfucker. I don't. God damn it, Juan. You have it and then you lose it. It's just like your golf game. It's just like your golf game. This thing is just like your golf game. But unlike my golf game, I'm actually getting good at that. I'm always bad at this. Always will be bad at this. Yeah, so I'm still doing this. Doing these little. I love doing these little ones like this to me because these are like no production. I don't have to put very much work into it. I just have to just push record on two things and just do it and don't even really have to worry much about like the production value. And like it's really honestly the only thing that matters is the audio, which I hope it's better than it was last week. Last week was a little soft. This week I boosted up the levels, so hopefully it'll be a little bit better, and the audio won't be as bad. Is it almost 12:40? It's almost 1 o'clock. I guess game started at 12. Yeah, football's going on right now. It's Sunday afternoon. It's like 12:43. It's not like it is 12:43 in the afternoon. I haven't done shit today. This is the first thing I'm doing. I have to do this, and probably once I do this, I'll be like, okay, the juices are flowing. I can get my words done for the day as well. I want to sweep the floor, and then I want to vacuum the rugs, and then I guess watch football. Chiefs don't play till tonight. Rams season, they play. I think they have the afternoon game, I believe. Let me see. NBA, the women's NBA finals are going. Not finals, but playoffs are going on right now. Who's playing right now? Chargers versus Steelers. Vikings versus Texans. Vikings are winning 14-0. You know, it's weird. I think they're gonna be okay, even though they're missing their first round draft pick this year. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, Rams versus 49ers. It's a divisional game, and the Rams are absolutely dismantled because of injuries right now. Woof. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We won a Super Bowl. I can't be upset. And then I got the Chiefs. I can always root for the Chiefs. So it's great. It's a wonderful time. It's a great time. Because Rams are my team, but Chiefs have my favorite player, which is Patrick Mahomes. And then Rams used to have my favorite defensive player, Ramsey. And then Donald, which is like, they're like 1-1. Like 1 point and 1.1. It's like both the same. But yeah, it's just, we're just here. Man. But yeah, football's awesome. It's football season right now. Let's look at the Packers are beating the Titans 17-7, which makes sense. Giants and the Browns are playing right now. They're tied 7-7. That's really basically all. And every game's in the second quarter right now. Yeah, they're just beginning. The second quarter is just beginning. But yeah, so like I said, I'm doing a lot of golf. This week I golfed 3 times. I was gonna do it today, but it's like off and on raining all day, and then it's, there's no need to get all muddy and dirty and roll around the dirt. But yeah, I shot an 89. Was it on Thursday? And then on Friday, I shot a, I think I shot a 91. um, and then on Monday, I think it was like 114 or something like that. It was something awful. I played absolute dog shit. But what I'm doing now is I have these old clubs, which is like they're like more of like the thicker. They're not more of like the blades, which is kind of what I play with right now, or the my nicer clubs are more of like a blade. And I play with these fat fucking like clubs, and then I use those for my wedging. Not like I guess like not my wedging, but like for uh I guess what you could say, like if I do like if I'm on like a par three and 158 yards, I don't really want to use a blade because like it's so unforgiving. So I use these big fat thick fucks and I just like whack it. So I use like a 9 iron or a wedge, or not a wedge, but a pitch, yeah, wedge, I guess. And because like I have an SW, a slice wedge. Was this slice wedge? I tell you the truth, I don't even know what SW even stands for. Let's see. SW Golf Club. Okay. Let's look here. I mean, oh, what's the word? I need to screen time this. Yeah, sure, why not? So pitching wedge. Yeah, pitching wedge. 44 to 88. So it's funny because I have two pitching wedges. And well, I have like my 48, and then I have a pitching wedge. Then I have like a pitching wedge. Sand wedge. That's what it was. Yeah, sand wedge. Between 52 and 56. What's so funny is I never looked at this stuff. I've just kind of granted this is my year two, first year of actually like playing on courses, so I'm still super young. So I shouldn't even feel bad not even knowing this. But yeah, sand wedge. Um, then there's a gap wedge between 48 and 52 because I have a 48, a 58, and a 54. Um, a lob wedge between 58. So my 58, I could be doing more lofting with it if I wasn't such a pussy. So that's the thing is maybe I just don't, okay. Oh, okay. And then like the higher percentage, this is all making sense more. This is more making, um, pitching wedge like 48 degrees. So that's the one you want to use the furthest out. And then yeah, because that makes sense. Because then like the closer I get, I'm doing it right. Because like my 48 is the one I use closest to the hole, and then my 48 is the one I use furthest from the hole. But I'm like, well, I don't really want to use a iron because that's gonna give too much. I just want to be able to get it up over. Because like my yesterday, I played really good. I had four pars and then true pars too, not just this like. So I have in my scoring. So if it was like a par four, what I would do is if I made a. So imagine if like I'm on my fourth stroke, right, of the hole, and if I make that, I'm putting to make par. Well, I might putt it and it might go and it might be like maybe like a foot from the hole. Technically, like if you're just playing with your friends, you just count it. See what I would still hit it in, and so technically it's 5 strokes. But what I put is I put a 4/5. So still you get a par, but you're not really. It's like a par and a quarter. It's a half par, and what it is basically just showing like, hey, you almost had it. You were within like the friend zone of gentlemen's golf, but you didn't really make it into the five things. So professionally, it wasn't true. But so. But I had four true ones, and then I had a birdie on a par. It was a par three. So I don't know. Like it's always a debate. Like some people like is a birdie, or they say a hole in one to the hole in one on a par three versus a par four. It's like, but yeah, it's like still a hole in one though. But I guess a birdie's a birdie, right? It doesn't matter what it is, because that's how it looks like to me. but some people would look at it as like, well, you did it on a par 3, so it was harder because it was less strokes, so less room for error, versus you had, but a par 4 you have to go a lot further. But you still have that extra stroke, so just in case you fuck up, you can go. That's the great thing, because if you get up on that fucking, if you get on the green within 2 shots, you got a fucking extra shot to fuck around with, and then you don't have to like put all the pressure on yourself on that one putt. But anyway, all right. Well, so should we watch the video of the week, guys? I think we're like 10 minutes in, or we're like 10 minutes into this movie. All right, so into this movie. All right, here we go.
You don't have OCD. You have obesity.
Bruh.
Okay, thank you. I didn't know my psychiatrist was on here. Thank you.
Welcome to the John Show with your host, John Doogie Clouser.
Oh, funny stuff. Isn't that funny? Isn't it funny? Isn't it just like, it's like, people wonder why they get made fun of. The weirdest thing is, what's so weird to me is people will post like stuff that's like, you can't be that ignorant and not think that you're not going to stir up something by posting what you post, and then you can't comment on it, which is like also to what have I said? Like, only losers comment. Like, I mean, I comment all the time, but like, I guess reviews, more of like the reviews of like products and stuff, or like leave like reviews on like a company, being like, oh, I hate this company. This company, like when I went there that one day, like it was all the, like, I guess, but it's still so silly to me. But yeah, like, you're gonna get made fun, like, if OCD of obesity. That's actually a really solid joke. That's a solid joke. Solid joke. All right, but so I guess we should get into the segments. Some of the segments this week. We haven't done. I don't think we've done. We've done Craigslist. We do Craigslist every week. What am I talking about? So we should do Craigslist. So if you're not familiar with Craigslist, it's a thing you go to. You can buy like a new washing machine. You can find a roommate. You can maybe find a job. But there's also this great thing called misconnections on Craigslist. And we go on there, and there's people who have connections with other humans, and they are like too nervous, or they just aren't able to, life gets in the way, a moment gets in the way, and they're not able to like get a connection, so they ask for the phone number or something like that. So what we try to do is we just try to maybe hopefully build the bridge to help connect these two people, and maybe they can connect. So here's the first one. Missouri River Sibley. Okay. Sibley. Sibley? You think it's supposed to be like Shelby? Sibley? You on a 4-wheeler. I went to town. You were gone. Well, I guess maybe the title is just makes sense just as much as like the whole thing. That made absolutely no sense at all. Okay, here's the second one. Here we go. Okay, senior chess player wanted. Blue Springs, wanting another senior chess player to play with. Wholesome, genuine. Just thought, hey, anyone out there that's in the Blue Springs, Missouri area, you might want to find there's someone that wants to play chess. It's so funny. Like, I tell people all the time, like, oh, so you like go play, like, you play golf, like, she's like, do you play with your friends all the time? It's like, no, sometimes I just go by myself. Like, I don't understand what's wrong with going by yourself, and I don't. It's like going to the gym. You go to the gym by yourself. You work out by yourself. Like, what's weird with going to the golf course and playing 18 holes by yourself? Like, getting better. Because I love playing golf. It's so much fun. Just like, because you can play like a one-man scramble, which is like 3 golf balls by yourself. So much fun. So much fun. Anyway, tonight or tomorrow, 34 female, all exclamation points. I really need some good wood. It has been far too long. 38 open to any age or race, but must come to you. But must come to you. It's, just there you go. There you go. If you want to get robbed, I feel like you're going to get robbed there. You're going to get robbed. You have to be getting robbed. It makes no sense. You're going to get kidnapped or something. You can't not. That's creepy as hell. That's incredibly creepy. Unless she would be willing to FaceTime, and that would still be incredibly creepy. So incredibly creepy. Okay, lost my buddy that could host Grandview. Just moved back to Grandview, trying to find my buddy that would have me over to check out tools to make sure they were working right, and the hole they go in is in working order on both of us. Sending a tool pic. I know it's you. Send me a tool pic so I know it's you. It sounds like just a guy wanting to get dick pics. It's just say you want dick pics. People will send you dick pics all the time. All I have to do is just ask. But I guess he is asking, so he's going to be getting a lot of dick pics. So, well, here we go. Here we are. All right. Here's the next one. Okay. El Americano, Kansas City. You walked in to grab some groceries while I was by the produce. We made eye contact numerous times. No, she was just looking at you because you kept staring at her, and also caught you looking at me while I wasn't looking back. That's a fucking lie. Also, too, these periods are out in the middle of the ocean. You see, it's like, we made eye contact numerous times and also caught you looking at me while I wasn't looking back. What? This makes no sense, you fucking dick. Then space, period, space. You were gorgeous, space, exclamation point. A Latina goddess. I would love to get to know you more, and maybe you could teach me Spanish so we could get to know each other even more. Space, period, space. You were wearing a light brown shirt and some jeans. Space, period, space. I hope to find you, even though I know this is a long shot. So, just crazy. Yeah. So, yeah. All right, next one. Jeez, this is it's like, all right. Kansas City Wine and Spirit, Overland Park, Kansas. I think I applied to get a part-time job at this place, and they're like, they just never call. I don't think they ever call me back. Anyway, you, dark brown hair, BMW, really nice legs and jeans. Okay, me in the Jeep. On the off chance you see this, please BLEAS message. Let's have a drink. That's hard. That's just. And I think that's the last one. Yep, that's the last one. So guys, that was Craigslist Misconnections this week. Oh man. All right. So here we are. Next segment. You guys want to watch some videos? You guys want to watch some really cool videos? Okay. I got some interesting ones. I don't know. My Instagram algorithm has been showing me all over the place lately. It doesn't know where I want to go and what I want to watch. So it's just been dumping. It's in this weird place because the computer doesn't know what I want to watch. So it just dumps me all this different stuff and hoping that I'll start interacting with all of it. And I interact with all of it at the same amount of time. So it still doesn't know what I want. But all right, here's the first one.
You're not American if you've never had cheesy elephant foreskin. Today, I'm going to show you how to make it. This is one of my favorite recipes from my childhood, and it only takes 2 ingredients. You're going to get your elephant skin and pull it right off. It should come off pretty easily if you give it a boil. You could also use a geoduck. It's basically the same thing. And then it's just like putting on socks. You're going to slip your cheese into the sack. You can even let the kiddos get involved. It is so fun and satisfying. fine. Make sure you squeeze it like a Go-Gurt to distribute the cheese all the way through. Use as much or as little cheese as you want. You make the rules. Remember that, guys. Cooking is fun. This is also a very carnivore, animal-based friendly recipe. And once you're done, you're gonna put a stick in it. I prefer to use a metal straw so I don't get any microplastics. And there you go, guys. That is the final product. Give it a taste test and make sure you follow if you love these recipes.
Yeah, so this guy, at times you think it's satire, but then, because he owns a, like pre-workout company, and it's called Butter, I want to say, and he's always like, hey, it's like, you can take 1 scoop, you can take 2 scoops, you can take 3 scoops, you can take 4 scoops, and then he shows you what it looks like on a 4th scoop, and it's this like thick blue gelatinous looking substance, and then he just drinks it, and he's like, yeah, it's 3 a.m. and I am working. And then he also then makes weird food videos like the one I just showed you. Odd. It's just, the whole thing is odd, and at times you think it's satire, but then you see how crazy he is, and it could also be because he's all jacked up on caffeine, which it is who it is, whatever it is. You're just like, what the hell? But I went down like a good 40-minute rabbit hole on his page, like I did on all these videos. All these videos were just the best video of what I could find, and the amount of time that I was spending looking at these videos. All right, so here's the next one. Here's the next one. This is always a good one.
Step-by-step process on how I do coffee enemas. You guys have asked how this shit works. Well, here you go. First, make sure that you are using light roast enema grade coffee. You cannot be using Folgers, okay guys? Please don't. Make sure you are using a stainless steel French press only. I do 1 tablespoon of coffee for each cup of water, 3 cups total. Next is water. This is crucial, okay? Distilled or reverse osmosis water only in your enemas, okay guys? Please, please, please do not put tap water up your butts, for the love of God. Okay, now that your coffee is brewed, you have to let it cool to room temperature. Did you really think we would be using piping hot coffee? Absolutely not. You can also make it the night before and store it in your fridge. Now at the room temperature coffee, you are going to fill your enema bag and have it hanging about 4 feet off the ground. I like doing this in my bathroom for obvious reasons, but set up a comfortable mat and a pillow somewhere where you can lay down to take in the solution and hold it for ideally 15 minutes and absolutely no longer to get the maximum benefits. Then you release it into the toilet. The entire process takes about 45 minutes. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments.
All right, so the only question I ever had about this was like, what's the difference between coffee enema versus like just regular coffee? And I guess it's the C max and the AUC of caffeine, and caffeine, that it's different. So it's, when you're ingesting caffeine or coffee orally, it's 3.5 more potent with caffeine than when it is inserted anally. Never thought I would have that conversation in my life. I also like, dude, this week's been really weird too, because I learned that if you make your bed right after you've like been sleeping in it, you're actually trapping the bacteria, and the bacteria grow more, so you're causing more growth in bacteria, which is incredibly gross. Incredibly gross. That is so gross. And then because of that, Instagram's been showing all these things like how you should be changing your towels like 3 times a week. So every 3 days you should be changing your towels, which totally makes sense. And like, so your biggest load during the week of your laundry should be towels. So many towels. Underwear and socks should be probably the second most after that. This is my TED Talk. All right. So, so let's do, video 3? Okay, here we go.
Here's my first glory hole. Kind of. So let's talk about it and rate it 1 through 10. So I actually found this glory hole on Yelp in Seattle, Washington, and it had pretty good reviews. So I sent a few emails, we chatted a few texts. The customer service was great, 10 out of 10. It was inside of an adult store, so right when I got there, I talked to the cashier, I told her about my appointment, and she sent me on my way. As soon as I walked in, they had big screen 4K TVs playing adult videos, so you can get ready and excited for your appointment. Now, I just had a feeling that this was way too good to be true, so I kind of peeped through the hole, and I seen big like Nike Blazer shoes, like they look like a size 13. Then I was like, hold on, so I look all the way through the hole as much as I can. All I could see was like a white, hairy arm with red fuzzy hair. I kind of got angry. I was crashing out and punching the wall and cussing him out. He wasn't really saying anything, but I could hear him backing up, and I realized it's not even his fault. This is what he does. This is his job. He catches loads every day. So I went back out to the cashier and told her what happened, and she told me, oh, I'm sorry, I thought you knew and there's no refunds. All payments are final. So I told her either you get behind the glory hole or you can give me my refund. She gave me the most blankest stare I ever seen, and then she pulled out cash and gave me my refund. The whole experience, I would give it a 0 out of 10. That was way too freaky for me. I have to know my boundaries and I can't do everything for you guys. I'm kind of smart, so a few days prior, I set my hinge location to Seattle, and I had some things lined up, so I left with something that night. Don't forget to check out my 18 plus content. It's also in the bio on my Instagram page. If you want my custom...
Yeah, I know, right? It felt like you went through a gauntlet with that one. Yeah, I know. The next two, well, I guess the next one is kind of like this one. This was like a mild appetizer for the next video, and then I clean the whole thing off by the last video. Last video is super funny, but this next one is kind of like, right, okay, like why would you show this? Why would you show this? Like why would you want the world to know this kind of stuff? This stuff you talk about to a therapist about. All right, well, here we go.
After I miscarried the second pregnancy by my father, he made sure to impregnate me again right away. He delivered my next baby girl on the family bed while one of his business partners waited downstairs. By then, my father stopped introducing me as his daughter to the people he worked with in the music industry. When he brought me and my newborn, my mom and one of his girlfriends with him to Lauryn Hill's baby shower, he introduced me to attendees as his young wife. My baby had a rash that appeared a few weeks before and was inconsolable for most of the event. My father said her rash was because of my negative energy, so he took her away from me and gave her to my mom. I wasn't allowed to care for her or breastfeed her, and I had to sleep on the floor. So the next time I made my father's breakfast, I put boric acid in his eggs.
Wild stuff. Wild stuff. All right, so, all right, you're like probably like, okay, please clean this palette, and here you go. This is the last video of the week. Here you go.
Because why the fuck I thought these lemon pills was gonna replace my gummies. So this weekend I decided to use my delicious ass lemons to try the damn Kool-Aid lemon trend. Don't fucking bother, bitch. It's not as good as they make it sound. Now, because no food gets wasted in this house, I got on the Google Smuggler and said, what can I do with these goddamn lemon pills? So I had saved this recipe to candy them. So essentially what you're supposed to do is slice them bitches up real thin, boil them, drain them, boil them again, drain them, probably boil them again, but I only did it twice because bitch, patience is thin around this bitch. Now after your last drain, you supposed to just add equal parts water and sugar and then put that shit on the stove for an hour. A fucking hour. So during that hour, the spirit of Nora Smith jumped inside of me and I stirred that shit every 20 minutes and I was left with this beautiful golden piss colored liquid. So then I placed these sticky slug like lemon peels onto this parchment paper and spread that shit out and very gently but generously sprinkled sugar all over that shit. And once I put it in my fucking mouth, it tastes like it rolled around in my grandma's purse or in her fucking pocket for the last 60 years. I'll never do this shit a fucking again. But thanks for watching, bitch.
All right, guys. Yeah, isn't that great? That's it. There we go. All right, so I think that is probably where I'll end the podcast. That'll be a good. I'll talk for like another 30 seconds because like to make equally 30 minutes. Normally it's 29 something. Yeah, hope you guys wash your hands, have fun, have a good week. Don't do anything dumb. Play golf, maybe. Pick up a hobby. Have fun. Look both ways. And yeah, and I will talk to you guys on the next episode. Bye. What the hell? I don't think that changes anything, did it? All right, bye.